Hey guys, Jonathan Mozart here for JM Sports 100 and the JM Sports Show. How's it going? Super Bowl 47 is upon us. So many storylines to talk about for this Super Bowl. The Battle of the Harbaughs, Jim and John. The final game for Ray Lewis. Colin Kaepernick and the story he's become. What does that mean for Alex Smith? A lot of storylines have come into this Super Bowl for this year. So before we get to that, let's get to the not as important stuff. Jerome Boger is the official for the Super Bowl for this year. Let's see. Beyonce will do the halftime show. Alicia Keys will do the national anthem. And the Sandy Hook Elementary School will sing America the Beautiful. So there you go. Game can be seen on CBS. And of course, it's the Super Bowl. That means you've got commercials. You know, the cool commercials that everybody looks forward to. San Francisco is 5-0 in Super Bowls coming into this game, with their last appearance being in Super Bowl 39, which took place on January 29th, 1995, in a 49-26 win over the San Diego Chargers. That game was played in Miami. And the last time that Baltimore, in fact the only time that Baltimore made their way to the Super Bowl, January 28th, 2001, of course they won 34-7 against the New York Giants. That's their only Super Bowl appearance. So something has got to give, obviously. Both these teams undefeated in Super Bowls. Franchise history, one of them's got to give. Question is, which one? Well, I can tell you that at the beginning of the year, if you would have asked me, I could have probably told you that San Francisco would have been here, but I don't think I would have picked Baltimore to be here to represent the AFC. Nothing against the Baltimore team. I guess I kind of ripped the Baltimore team a couple of times this year. Said I didn't think they had what it took. I was wrong. I do know that, and I said on several occasions, I was very impressed with what we saw out of Joe Flacco at times this season. Let's take a look at how the Ravens basically got to this situation. They started with a big 44-13 win Week 1 Monday night in Cincinnati, and this is big for the Ravens too, because the Ravens played 4 games in 27 days, I think it was. So I actually might have been less than that, but the Ravens did start out with a rough schedule. Then they lost 24-23 in Philadelphia in Week 2. They beat New England 31-30. Of course, that was the controversial field goal game where Bill Belichick grabbed the official. They beat Cleveland 23-16. Beat Kansas City 9-6. Beat Dallas 31-29. Then lost embarrassingly to a team that was rolling at that time, the Houston Texans in Houston, 43-13. Then they turned around and beat Cleveland 25-15, beat Oakland 55-20, won 13-10 at Pittsburgh, won 16-13 at San Diego, lost to Pittsburgh 23-20, lost to Washington 31-28, lost to Denver 34-17, beat the Giants 33-14, and then to close out the season, they actually lost 23-17 to the Cincinnati Bengals. So they did not have a lot of momentum coming into the playoffs, but they did not seem to need it. They seemed to do just fine without it, as first of all they met the Indianapolis Colts, who were also a feel-good story with the Chuck Pagano situation, and they beat them easily 24-9. Had a bit of won a shootout against Denver. That game was fun to watch, and then beat New England 28-13 to get to the point where they are right now. They are the away team. San Francisco will be the home team because of the NFC AFC switch off that they have. So let's look now at how San Francisco got here. They started with a 30-22 win against Green Bay, 27-19 against Detroit. Then they lost 24-13 to Minnesota, which I think took a lot of people by surprise. Beat the Jets 34-0. Beat Buffalo 45-3. 26-3 they beat the Giants. 13-6 they beat Seattle. 24-3 they beat Arizona. Of course, then they had that tie in Week 10 with St. Louis 24-all. Chicago, they won 32-7. 31-21 they beat New Orleans. 16-13 they lost to St. Louis. Miami, they beat them 27-13. They then played New England and beat them 41-34. Then lost to Seattle 42-13, and then rounded out the regular season with a win 27-13 against the Arizona Cardinals. They, of course, had a first-round bye. In the wild card, they beat the Packers again for the second time this year in the divisional round, 45-31, and then beat Atlanta 28-24. Keep in mind, though, San Francisco fell back in that game to Atlanta and made a comeback. And that's what teams did. That's what both teams did that played Atlanta in the playoffs. Except Atlanta was able to escape in the divisional round. They got big leads, and that's exactly what happened in the game against Seattle for Atlanta. Seattle, they got a big lead on them. Seattle almost came back and almost won that game. Basically, that's something that the Niners cannot rely on the Ravens to do here. They cannot allow the Ravens to get out to a big lead because the Ravens aren't the Falcons. The Ravens are not going to collapse. One thing I find very interesting, and it's going to be fun to see how the 49ers handle it, is the long ball. Joe Flacco has really found his long ball over the last, several weeks especially, and the long ball has been the one thing that has destroyed the San Francisco 49ers in the playoffs. The Packers used it against them successfully, even though they ended up winning the game, obviously. Atlanta used it against them successfully a couple of times, even though once again San Francisco won the game. So the long ball can be used, and Flacco right now has one of the best arms in the league. So one of, if not the best arm in the league. So it's going to be interesting to see how the passing game works and how the long ball works. Also, one thing I'm looking forward to also is watching the running back battle, Ray Rice and Frank Gore. Quite frankly, if I had to pick one, I don't know who I would pick. I would probably pick Frank Gore. But, it's iffy. Both those guys, great running backs. Also, another storyline we forgot to mention is can Randy Moss win a ring? He has yet to win a ring. Came out of retirement. Can he win a ring? Quite frankly, I think everything that happened with Michael Crabtree, I don't think that's going to be a distraction because that is over. The Ray Lewis stuff and the Sports Illustrated thing that came out that said that he had used a banned substance to help heal from his injury faster. I think that is going to not be a factor. I think it's a moot point. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a fun Super Bowl, and I'm ready for it. And a lot of people I've talked to have said, well, this Super Bowl is going to suck. The Super Bowl is going to suck. I don't think it is. I think the Super Bowl is going to be good. I don't think it's going to be a blowout by any means. I don't think one team is better than the other one unless Baltimore really starts airing out the ball and the 49ers defense cannot catch up to it. But I think Colin Kaepernick is going to be, I'm not saying it's going to be easy for him, but I think Colin Kaepernick is going to be able to keep up with this Ravens defense. Let's face it, they're good, but they are old, and they're going to have to chase Colin Kaepernick all around that football field all night on Sunday. I think no, I don't think it's tough to make a pick here. I know it is because I've been wavering on it all week long. What am I going to do? Where am I going to go? And I have decided to tell you something, and then I'll tell you what my pick is. I am 1-0 picking Super Bowls publicly here on YouTube. Last year was the first year that I had done it, and I did pick the Giants to beat the Patriots. Overall, I have been picking Super Bowls and making my Super Bowl picks known throughout my town and within my family since 2006. So that's like 8. I'm like 8-0. But I'm not going to count those, including, yes, I did pick the New York Giants and New England Patriots first Super Bowl meeting correctly. Maybe if my stepdad sees this and finds a way, he can verify that because he is aware of that. I originally picked New England. My family was in New Orleans at the time, which coincidentally is where the Super Bowl is this year. And I texted him right before the game, and I said, I'm changing my pick, going Giants. And, it happened to work out for me. I'm not really comfortable about it here. In fact, I'm so uncomfortable with it, I'm going to change my pick right here. I'm going to go with the Ravens. I was going to go with the 49ers, but no, I think I'm more comfortable with the Ravens. I think I'm more comfortable with their quarterback. No offense to Kaepernick, but I think I'd take Flacco. I think the long ball could be trouble. I really do. I really think the long ball could be a lot of trouble for San Francisco today, or on Sunday for the Super Bowl. So I'm iffy, and I very well could take my first Super Bowl loss ever. I will admit that, but I'm going with the Niners. Alright guys, this video has been long enough. It's going to take a while to upload because my internet's running slow today. So yes, going with the Niners. Sorry if this wasn't a great preview. By the way, I appreciate the support that I've gotten over the last 2 days. I'm going to start mentioning subs again when I get them. Maybe I'll do a video where I mention the 33 subs that I have, give you guys shout outs. And if you sub to me, I will shout you out again and sub back. I've been doing sub for sub again lately too. Well, that's going to do it for the Super Bowl preview, which means there's only one more thing to do, and that's have the Super Bowl. Last football game of the year. Kind of depressing. That's alright though, we'll move on. Basketball rolls on. Baseball comes up soon. NASCAR comes up soon for you NASCAR fans. I'll of course be covering that as always. So anyway, that's going to do it for me. I am Jonathan with that for JM Sports 100 and the JM Sports Show. Picks for tomorrow will probably be up tomorrow. Picks for February 1st will probably be up on the morning of February 1st. I know it's already the morning of February 1st here, but I'll do the picks probably when I get up. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for me, though. This has been my Super Bowl preview. Like I said, you saw me change the pick at the last second here on the video, going with the Ravens. Going to be a good game. Happy Super Bowl 47 to you. It's almost like a national holiday. See you guys later.